Greetings and welcome to another edition of The Great Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Praise be to Goddess. Well, here it is, another Wednesday, and I thought that last time would be enough. I thought that last time when I discussed racial justice that would be enough, but it turns out it's not enough. This subject is all pervasive. So today we have for you racism and sexism are on the rise, and I must warn you, the language in this video is going to be extremely graphic. So if you're sensitive at all to language, please tune out now. Well, Trump did it. Trump said horrible things about women, and he did his worst and said that he could grab a woman by her pussy and he could get away with anything. And he called his daughter Ivanka Trump, a piece of ass. He called his daughter a piece of ass. So he's gone too far this time. He's gone way too far. But Trump's not the only one. It's also his followers and other people out in society who are both sexist and racist. And I want to give you an example of two things that happened to me today. Two. First, I was riding on the bus, and there was a black man got on the bus with his son and a little girl in a stroller, and he sat his son down next to a white man, and he was an old white man, and his little son was sitting next to the old white man, and the old white man started putting his hand in the little boy's hair, and the black man said, "Please get your hand out of my son's hair." And he said it more than once. And the guy wasn't listening to him. He just kept putting his hand in the kid's hair. And then the old white man said to the black man that was telling him not to put his hand in his son's hair, "You piece of shit." And the black man just lost it. He screamed at this guy, "You racist piece of shit, get off the bus now." And the driver turned around and said, "Everybody calm down." And the guy said, I have two children on this bus. I have two children, and this man is putting his hand in my son's hair." And the old white man said, "Why don't you take your children and leave?" And the black man said, "You act like this is your territory. This isn't your territory. You don't own the bus." And finally, the bus stopped at a bus stop, and the black man screamed at the white man, "Get off the bus." And the white man got up and left and got off the bus. And the black man went to the door of the bus and screamed, "You racist piece of shit," right out the door of the bus at this guy. And then he went back to his spot beside his son and explained to the bus driver, "I've got two children on this bus. He was putting his hand in my son's hair. I had to do something." So that was incident number one. Incident number two. I was riding on the way back on another bus, and there was this old white man getting off the bus, and he starts screaming at the bus driver, and the bus driver's a black female, okay? And he just starts ripping into her and screaming all sorts of things at her. And the female bus driver says to him, "You're a racist." And the old white man screams back at her, "You're the one who's a racist." And then as she's pulling away, she says, "What an awful human being." Trump's bringing them out of the woodwork. And I'd have to agree with her assessment. Trump is indeed bringing racist people out of the woodwork, and they're responding in a way that is typical of a racist person. And it's really sad. It's a sad state of affairs. We have these old men trying to molest children and and saying racist epithets at the father, and we have old men screaming at bus drivers and acting like racists and bigots, and it's really sad. It's sad that we have racism in this country and that racism is on the rise. But sexism is also on the rise. Racism and sexism tend to go hand in hand. They go hand in hand. So all I have to say is we've got to put a stop to this right now. We have to put a stop to it right now. We have to tell these racists to go home and think about their lives, because what they're doing is wrong. Something to think about for the week ahead. I'm Sarah Jane Alpha Wolf, signing off. Have a great week and take care.